Okay. Yeah, welcome to another video of the TomoFree Model K7 Pro here. Uh, this is a follow-up video to the last one I made. The last video was on making a rear mounted behind under the seat carrier, and that one's came out really good. This one was quite a bit more harder to make a basket for the front. Uh, Without drilling any holes or modify, I don't drill holes in things to because of you never know what could happen with the structure or anything like that. And it's kind of a difficult thing to get a basket on the front of this. So you can see how the basket is on here. It's mounted really solid. Even if you go over a bump, it's got foam padding on here and you won't even hear it. It just stays in place. You can see I'm putting some pressure down on it and it's holding really well. So what I'd like to do now is sort of take it apart and show you. This is a magnetic clip that I put on the top of this just to add a little more reassurance that it wouldn't fall off or something. So anyway, it just slides right off. And here's the bucket. It's a measurements again. It's at the top. It's 8 inches square, 9 inches deep, and at the bottom, 6 inches square on the bottom. And this is the foam pad I put on it, and that sort of protects the frame here. And if any time you'll go over a bump or something, you won't hear any noise, and it's just nice and quiet. It's really good stick-on foam that you can buy, 1/4 inch stuff. Okay, that's pretty much the bucket part. So this is where the hard part was of building this, is making these parts here. So we have 2 T-nuts, one on this side and one on the other side. So I'll let these loose. Got these extra long just to make sure they have a little bit of extra. If they did get loose, they wouldn't, unlikely to come out. So I'm going to do the one on the left side now also. And then I'll show you how this attaches. Bear with me here. These are pretty long T-screws. And if you don't know what a T-screw is, there's what it is. These just have plastic handles on them, and they're fine for this application. So now we have to spread this out a bit to get it out of the hooks here. So these will just slip down. Get over here a little bit. And I'm going to pop this off. You can see how that came down, slipped off. Now up in here, I put in, you can see right here, I installed riv nuts. And a riv nut's like a rivet, but it also has threads in it. So that's what these go into. So we can screw these in. And the other thing is, I made this hole in here, drilled this hole so that it fits right over the riv nut. So the riv nut is actually, when we get it in place here, see the riv nut it protrudes out. So when we put the T-screw in here, that's holding it solid up here. So this isn't going to slip down, especially when you have them on both sides. So take that off. This slides out. So this is the part that I made, and it consists of some 1.5 inch flat bar by 1/16. It's fairly thin. It makes it easier for me to bend it in place when I first had to make the initial bend to get it over that. Now on this here we have some stainless steel um, flat sheet metal, and the trick here was to bend it here and then bend it all the way around this, and then crimp it down here with pliers in there to get it, you know, cinched on there. And then it's all hot glued in there just so there wouldn't be any rattling. It was pretty secure even without doing that, but you know, this way it doesn't make any noise or anything. So making this was, at first I was like, oh, I could just, you know, make this all in one piece. And then I realized when I had it all together that you wouldn't be able to fold the bike up again. The bike, you know, because it was connected. So by cutting it in half, and there's a slot, I'll show this more better. These, first you want to start here at the bottom and get both of these in place. So on these are the original nuts that go through on the frame. I had to get some longer M6 6mm screws to go on, because we had to have this out a little bit wider. And it's even worse on this side because you have the cap for the charging port on the other side had a little cap on, and I kept knocking the cap off. So eventually I put some spacers in on the other side. I don't know if I can show that here. Let's see if I can get my camera over here just a second. So if we're looking at this side, where these screws are, there's a spacer in here because of the, you can see right here is the charging port. It's right here. So every time I'd put this on, I'd knock the cap off. So anyway, but with this being with a spacer in here, this is moved out a little bit to accommodate that, and it works great. I mean, like I say, I've taken this up to the store and driven the bike, the scooter, inside the store with no issues. Was able to pay for my my items and then drive back home. I live about 1.5 miles from the grocery store, with a fairly steep incline coming out of my residence to get up there, and no problems. So this is just something I wanted to share with people of an idea. It's probably more complicated than it needs to be, but it's what I had and how I figured it out for myself, and it's working pretty good. I mean, it's working great. Whether or not anybody else would want to go to the trouble to try to duplicate this is another thing. I think there might be a lot better way to do it, but for now, this is what I came up with. Uh, Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Bye.